Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're stepping back in time for an incredible adventure at the Burnaby Village Museum. Do you want to take a ride on this beautiful carousel, just like kids did back in the day? This open-air museum brings the 1920s to life. And trust me, it's like stepping onto a movie set. Look at these charming houses. This 1920 home of the Bateman family is an example of an upper-middle-class home from the 1920s. Each one is decorated exactly how it would have been 100 years ago.
They think that's why Mrs. Bateman chose to go with a, traditional fuel burning stove. And you can put your waffle iron right over it and flip it around. So you can put it right over the heat. And you could buy copper pots that would have sort of you could get a little one and just put it in, it would slip down and then the ring would hold it in place, right? So the bottom would be under there by the heat.
Yeah. Interesting.
Let's take a look at the drugstore and barbershop. This is an 1920s Mckay Barbershop. It was operated for many years on Kingsway. Look what they have in the drugstore in 1920. The original Stride Studios operated from 1920 to 1968. It was owned by photographer Harold Stride. This space is now used as a display gallery. Let's see what the general store has in stock. There was a post office inside the general store in that era. This display is based on a 1925 garage on Kingsway in Burnaby. They have a real Ford Model T. Do you want to drive it? It's also the home of 1920 CCM Motorcycle Model 10. This shop is based on Fred Wagner's 1925 Burnaby business. This office will give you advice for your fittest eyeglasses. The 1920s was actually the era of silent films. These silent movies relied on physical acting, music scores, and title cards to convey the story. These stationary steam engines here were used to power sawmills and industrial equipment in Burnaby. This building is set up to look like Burnaby's Royal Bank. The museum staff told me that at that time, the bank had to employ only a cashier and the manager. This is the manager's room. Up for a challenge. This table is for playing mahjong, a traditional Chinese game. That's both fun and mind-bending. This replica of Chinese Herbalist shop back in 1920s. This print shop was representing the newspaper office, the Burnaby Post. Do you know what shop is this? This is Music Store in Burnaby. It used to be at Hastings Street. We arrive at Vancouver Heights Sheet Metal Works. This building was once a shed used for horseshoeing on Burnaby's Lubbock farm. Today, it houses tinsmithing tools, used to make items out of sheet metal. This building housed the dry goods business of Flora and William Bell until 1937. School's in session. Let's peek inside this one-room schoolhouse and see what it was like to learn in the 1920s. This is Irvine's house, built in 1911. Let's peek inside. This house originally located on Laurel Street in central Burnaby. In front of us is an original 1911 station from the Burnaby Lake Interurban line. This is the restored Interurban tram, built in 1912. This tram barn also has information about the BC Electric Railway. This tram was used on Burnaby's line into 1950s. This is a non-smoking carriage and uses rattan chairs. Carriages for smokers use wooden seats for easy cleaning. Burnaby Village Museum is an amazing place to spend a day, so come on down and see it for yourself.